Road construction machinery.
Like some kind of road rollers, asphalt pavers.
Road roller, motor grader, asphalt paver.
Uh-huh. Can you tell a road roller from what's that, a motor?
Grader.
A motor grader. If I show you a road roller or a grader, can you tell? Maybe.
I can. And I can identify front-end loaders for you too.
No, I can probably identify a front-end loader. So what exactly is it? Well, yes, a motor grader. I genuinely thought it was something quite distinct. Yes, that is quite considerably different from a road roller. Essentially, this is a bucket-based scenario. Well, yes, if you can differentiate a bucket from a road roller, that's truly impressive. But we won't get a discussion going here, so why do you think that? You don't grasp the basic things. You lack arguments. Why are you so certain you're right?
What exactly do you mean by basic things?
Look, you don't distinguish, you don't understand the meaning of the words attack, defense. You don't know why? Well, you believe that little birds truly long for their home. You don't know the etymology, the root of your own state. You can tell a motor grader from a road roller, great, but it's very different.
But find Russia's etymology.
Russia. Russia is the Greek translation. The Greek translation of the word Rus. So,
Turn off your Google, buddy, and talk to me properly, the way you're supposed to.
I am talking to you. I am talking to you, dude.
You're talking to your Google.
What Google am I talking to?
Listen.
Look, let me show you this mirror image right now. Observe where my gaze is directed. Take note of where I'm looking. Right now, I'll show you how I'm mirroring it. I have one remote right here, one phone over here, and another in my hands.
So what are you clicking?
Look, my chat is over here. When I turn to the chat, you can see it clearly. See? Look, I've mirrored it for you. I'm not opening Google right here, and if I did open it here, just look over here, look. For instance, I'm opening a new tab now. Look, do you see it? The image is gone. If I were opening something, you'd see it. Look, perhaps I'm simply opening up a different, another tab right now. See, the color is actually altering, isn't it? Because I'm opening another window and the window disappears again, see? Not Google, see how it works.
I can also open tabs and talk to you.
Anyway, look, Russia is a translation, a Greek translation of the word Rus. And that's precisely what's so amusing, for why would your Russian-speaking nation bear the Greek appellation of separate territories not encompassed within your own boundaries? Are you not, in fact, the Rus people? Well, if you were Rus, it would be Rus, but you are Rossiya. That's a Greek term.
It won't be long before we have to harp on this point.
But you'll answer for your metaphorical cannibalism, either by reparations or a painful, inglorious end.
You are Stanislav, right? Or...
I am.
And I frequently left comments for you. I find you rather disagreeable.
You dislike me.
Yes.
Anyway, the main thing is, do you support Ukraine?
I do not support Ukraine.
Well, that's really bad. That's just terrible. You can choose not to put my photo up or to write angry comments about me. In any case, angry comments boost videos just as much as positive comments do.
There will be no positive comments for you. Huh. Don't even begin to plan on it.
Oh, please don't. I beg you, do not write them.
I wanted to say that you're an educated man. You're a pleasant person. But you and I are on opposite sides of the barricades.
Ah, so it's like that. Well, that's just the opposite. I like those who support Ukraine but don't personally like me. The other way around I don't like.
It's impossible to support it in principle. Well, because there's an explanation, if you will. We are celebrating Victory Day, aren't we? And it would have been quite good to parade your captured prisoners of war through Red Square right across its cobblestones. It didn't happen this time. Well, maybe next year it will.
So tell me, I see you're quite knowledgeable. Why didn't the Soviet Union conduct any parades for 20 years? Why wasn't there a single parade during Stalin's lifetime? Why was the next one after the victory parade in 45 held in 65?
Well, it seems that once everything was properly established with adequate defenses and advanced equipment, it became feasible to demonstrate to all the bourgeois that we possessed the means to effectively put them in their place. And it's possible to display at the parade those very weapons which are capable of striking back.
And after the victory in the Second World War, being the triumphant power, the one who carved up the world and dictated spheres of influence, do you genuinely believe the Soviet Union was unable to stage a parade? There was no machinery, and even more so.
I cannot tell you that. I was still very young at that time, you see.
Did you talk to your grandfather, great-grandfather, or whoever in your family fought, if anyone fought?
My grandfather and my great-grandfather, unfortunately, were directly involved in the military actions and tragically lost their lives during the process of liberation.
On which fronts, in which towns, in which operations?
You see, back then, it was impossible for the NKVD to permit letters to pass through that might indicate where the senders were located. It was certainly the Eastern Front they were writing from. Right, exactly there. Well, most likely, yes, I suppose. No, there are no letters to demonstrate or provide evidence that this is the case.
Then from where did you obtain this information concerning your grandfathers and great-grandfathers?
You know, well, there were definitely letters from near Kiev, so I can tell you unequivocally that my grandfather fought for Kiev. Indeed, he liberated it from those who are today, from the current, I suppose, descendants of those individuals who are now contending with our.
Well, it would probably be more correct to say the ancestors of the current people, not the current descendants, but the ancestors of the current people, right? Is that what you meant to say?
Those are the descendants of our forefathers. Of grandfathers, that's about it.
Just recently I was talking with someone about how the older generation, our grandfathers, didn't want to discuss the war. Nothing about it pleased them. They never celebrated anything as participants, as eyewitnesses, as those who personally lived through it. But for the one most removed who learns things from letters, for him it's a holiday. So, and do you recall in 45 they burned tricolors along with... They burned the tricolor flag as it belonged to the collaborator Boris Smyslovsky. And what about your St. Andrew's cross? Vlasovs.
Oh, hello there.
Hello?
Why'd you switch yesterday? Yes, at the most interesting moment. Really.
I think you actually left yesterday, I believe.
No, you actually left. You simply up and switched topics, yes. I was telling you in the chat, I found it impossible, you see, to prompt him to address the pertinent questions no matter how hard I tried. When he finally gave an answer, you switched, that there was a parade in 1965 and the next. Anyway, there were only 3 or 4 in total, right? Well, something like that the Soviet Union didn't celebrate for 20 years.
One comrade from Ukraine said there were 4 before Putin's rule.
Well, something like that, either 4 or 3, 65, then 70 something.
You know, I got his phone to show him something. I showed him how many. I told him, just check out the 1980 parade. He didn't believe it. I said, what about 79? I looked up the 79 parade for him. In the Soviet Union, no problem at all. There were parades every single year. Yes.
Every year?
Since Stalin's time, yes.
See, that's the most interesting part. Like I said, what happened later, whether there were 4 or 44, isn't that important to me. The evident dynamic here is that those who were eyewitnesses, who were direct participants, found absolutely no joy, no sense of celebration, and no triumph in any of it. However, individuals who are quite distant from that experience, having not personally witnessed it, tend to idealize the entire situation in their own minds. And so, those who had absolutely no connection to the war are now celebrating. But those involved see no celebration here. It's a day of remembrance and sorrow.
Let's consider those individuals who directly participated in the Great Patriotic War. These individuals are seated in the square, specifically Red Square, during the parade. For instance, in our nation, I mean perhaps in yours, or maybe not. But let's just make that assumption, shall we? They are present there every single year. For them it is unequivocally a victory parade, without a doubt. For my grandfather that was indeed a victory parade. He fought through the whole war, starting from August 41 and finishing in 45, in August even.
On which fronts did he fight?
Well, he finished, so to speak, in, what's it called, previously it was in the Königsberg. And he finished in the Baltic region. Well, absolutely.
But this is déjà vu. Allow me to say, we are simply caught in a closed time loop here. Let me tell you again, Pribaltica is a pejorative term used to refer to the Baltic countries, specifically Latvia, Lithuania, and Estonia. If you wish to group them together, for instance, we might say Europe, the European Union, or even Western Europe, if that is your intention, then you should refer to them specifically as the Baltic countries. And if your grandpa fought, he likely wasn't in 3 countries. He hardly could have died in 3 countries. He was probably in either Lithuania or Latvia or Estonia. So just be specific. This is just a repeat of our conversation from yesterday. It's a joke.
So go on and ask if you intend to question, for example, a person in Russia, wouldn't you say? And he will tell you for sure. He won't say in the Baltic countries that his grandfather or father, roughly speaking, finished his war. He will say in Pribaltica, I assure you.
Well, I tell you Baltic.
That is...
Well, you are, by using that specific term, you're being quite derogatory. Let's just say it plainly. You are offending, truly insulting, the Lithuanian people, as well as Latvians and Estonians. Because Pribaltica is some territory, whereas these are the Baltic countries, the Baltic states, Latvia, Lithuania, Estonia. What's the problem with saying 3 words?
One moment. Kaliningrad Oblast. Yes, it's called Kaliningrad now.
But what about Kaliningrad? Just tell me this. Was your grandfather in Estonia, Latvia, or Lithuania? Where did your grandfather fight? He couldn't have been in the entire Baltic region at once, because there is no Baltic region.
He captured Königsberg and then advanced, as the saying goes, towards the Baltic region, which means reaching the sea itself. And there they practically completed the encirclement, completely defeated the fascists, and that's where their military path ended.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not saying you live in the backwoods or the swamps. I don't say that to you, even though it is marshland and backwoods, right? So don't say Baltic region.
No. The Baltic Sea, there it is.
Please refrain from saying Baltic region. Look, I genuinely wish to view the parade. 70. Of 1977, let's watch the parade.
To the Baltic Sea. You see, they embarked on their campaign right there on the Baltic coast. Military time.
Over in Latvia, Lithuania, or Estonia.
These.
Oh, what's going on now? Yes, it just started and won't cease.
Completely without affecting them in any way whatsoever. Just as the saying goes.
I get it. We won't get anywhere on this matter. Let's take a look at the 1977 parade. You claim there's a video for every single parade. Each and every parade has a video. Let's see the 77 one.
All right. Just give me a second here.
Let's do it.
There's going to be a slight hold up here for a moment. I think that... Okay, the question is, what in the world is going on with this now?
All right, let's see here.
What is this? Something's up. You got stuck today, as they say. Just a moment.
Just make sure you look up the correct name of the parade.
And what is the correct name?
Well, the Victory Parade.
Wonderful. Okay, Google, the Victory Parade that took place in Moscow in 1977.
Searching now.
Okay, which of the images would you like me to open?
The one that is the Victory Parade. The Victory Parade. Well, just read. Please read the name of the parade. Kindly read the name of the parade.
Military Victory Parade on Red Square, November 7th, 77.
November 7th. What day is that for us? Doesn't it matter that it's the October Revolution Parade?
It's not a big deal.
What about victory? Our Victory Parade happens on May 9th, not November 7th, you understand.
However, it did take place on November 7th.
But that one isn't dedicated to victory, it's for the October Revolution. Unfortunately, it's just like all the other parades you are about to present. Much to your dismay, we crossed paths again today.
There's nothing wrong with that.
So it's not the Victory Parade.
Why not?
Because November 7th is the day of the October Revolution. The October Revolution Parade. I'm talking about victory over Nazism. Victory Day is May 9th.
Well then, currently we have a situation here.
Don't even begin, please don't. It's truly not good. Are you going to try to force this parade onto the victory parade?
You're not letting me respond. There's no need to evade the question. The crucial point is that November 7th is no longer observed as a holiday in the present day. All that's left is May 9th, and that's precisely why the parade currently takes place on May 9th. Like Victory Parade.
Then why in the 45th was there one on May 9th and November 7th?
I don't know. I wasn't there in 45.
Good answer. So you weren't alive in 1946?
Nor 46.
But you know some things, don't you? And in 77, you yourself were likely marching on the parade ground. Oh, not the parade ground, but the actual square. And you witnessed it firsthand, didn't you? And you were all saying to each other, this is our victory day, even though it's the day of the October Revolution. This parade honors the October Revolution. The Victory Day parade was celebrated. It was held 4 times, or perhaps 3. Or 3 times in the 65th year, for certain anniversaries, in short.
Yes, there was even...
Like in 75th or in the 80th there.
Yes, yes. I'll agree with you on that.
So no parades were ever held.
Why hold them? They were held on November 7th.
In honor of the October Revolution. I truly wish that your wife would present you with the quintessential gift, socks and shaving cream on your birthday, and then come New Year's, she would simply remark, but I've already gifted it to you. And on the 23rd, I already gave it to you. For all future holidays, she'll say, I gave you a gift. I truly don't know why I'm still having this conversation. Farewell. And I just don't understand it.